Yeah, this is Calvin with AsItIs podcast number 21, y'all. And it's entitled Redemption. Um, this the greenhouse, y'all. It's done. The last phase was the plastic. And just to give you a little idea how I started this thing, I had two 12-foot 2x6 planks, and I put them on the ground, and connected the two together. And then I had another 6-foot plank, and I connected that to the two 12-foot one with whatever, which made 30 feet this way. Then I came over here.
Oh, man.
After doing the same thing to the other side, then I came over here and made one 12-foot plank that went the width of it, and then I connected them together. And then to make it square, I took a 35-foot tape measure and put it on that corner over there on the left, and ran it down to this corner here. And whatever that measured, I wanted it to measure the same thing, running it from here, this corner here, all the way down to that corner over there. And what happens is that squares it up, and it should be pretty stable. The thing is that I went downhill, and so there was a lot of variance in the way I was able to do it, but it worked out okay. This is rebar. And what I had to do was to put it 15 inches into the ground. This is about 15 inches here. And so I took it and put it 15 inches into the ground on each of these arcs right here, each one of them. And these are, I think they're also 12 feet. No, 10 feet. And it's two of them that I connected together at the top. And so then we got the frame. And so again, I put this in the ground on each one of them, and then I took this what is this called?
PVC.
PVC pipe, and put it on top of it, and then you got the arch. And my cousin Lehman came by, and for a few days, what we did was we took a band, a metal band, and wrapped it around here, and then connected it to the frame. And we made a door. He and I made a door. And so after the door was done, the frame was laid, I got to figure out how I'm gonna put this plastic on here. Because the thing about the plastic, you got to stretch it so it doesn't vibrate with the wind and that kind of thing, and because you want it to be airtight, and you don't want all that a lot of play in the plastic. And so I was told that the only way I'd be able to do that would be with another person. So I'm waiting for the other person to show up. You know what I mean? And it's taking a few months, because I've been trying to finish this thing since July. And but yesterday I finally finished it, and put all the plastic up, and it's ready. You notice now that on this end, the plastic is folded and that kind of thing, and we'll take you down to the front of it, and the same thing is going on, because it's kind of hard doing this stuff by yourself. So I had to do the best I could by myself, and so as I said, you see a lot of folds in here instead of it being straight. And then the door, it took a lot of work and a lot of figuring out how I'm gonna do this, so it doesn't look the best. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, I'm not trying to get into Better Homes and Gardens. I ain't trying to get on the cover of that magazine. I just need something that functions. And I talked to my friend Labib last night, and he said, yeah, man, like the Chinese say, I don't care what color the cat is, as long as it catches the mice. And that's what's happening here. I don't care how this looks. I just want it to serve its purpose. So let's go inside and see what this looks like. And wow, Nicole, come on in here. Is it warm in here or what? Y'all, it's burning up in here. I mean, it's hot. And the reason, I mean, why I built this thing in the first place, because I can plant stuff in the wintertime. You know what I mean? And as you can see, there's condensation, you know, on the on the ceiling, which is well, you know how condensation forms. It's like steam and that kind of thing. But anyway, it's hot in here, y'all. So I know this stuff is gonna grow in the winter. And as y'all can see, we still got these watermelon going on, and they're small, but we ate one of them that was this size. Oh man, they were sweet. They were so sweet. And here's another one, which is a different species, looks like, but it's gonna be taken care of too. Then we got tomatoes over there, and black-eyed peas and wheatgrass, and it's gonna be a lot more stuff. And y'all, if you follow me, you'll be seeing a lot more stuff going on in here. But I am really happy with the results of this greenhouse. I am really, really happy about this. And something I want to relate it to, Nicole, we can get out of here. You know, and I just thought of something, y'all. We can come in here. I can, if I want to do a sauna, I ain't got to go to no spa or anything like that. I'm gonna just come in my greenhouse and, you know, cause I'm sweating already. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what I thought about was that this project really helped me to understand that we can do anything, y'all. Whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. You know, and the thing that helps me comes from a spiritual perspective, that being that, you know, I am connected with all things. And so I can get help from everything. And the most help that I've been getting is the sense of accomplishment, of doing something that's going to be beneficial to me, to Nicole, to my family, to my friends. And we've had people over here, as a matter of fact, we just took some tomatoes to a restaurant we frequent. And they were so happy to get tomatoes. I said, well, all of them ain't for you. I want you to prepare my food with some of them, and then y'all can keep the rest. And so it's a beautiful thing, and I'm so inspired by God, by nature, by the universal sounds and sights and all that kind of stuff. And so I've decided that I'm going to call this greenhouse the House of Redemption. And what I mean by redemption is that we can redeem ourselves from all negative thoughts, all the things that we feel are troublesome, like the coronavirus, like the Breonna Taylor incident, you know, all the things that are happening in our lives that are definitely things that can make us become depressed and upset and hopeless and those kinds of things. And but we can redeem ourselves from those feelings by doing something. This greenhouse was one of those things for me. You know, I feel so free now that I understand that there are things that we can do to offset the negative things that are happening all around us. Because I'm doing this thing and nothing else is on my mind but this right here. You know, and not because I've built something, but because I built something that's going to be beneficial to others. And so what can I contribute to the mess that's going on? What positive energy can I exude that's going to benefit others? And this is an example of it. And I ain't saying to anybody, you know, y'all need to build greenhouses because the thing is, if you in a house, you got a greenhouse automatically. All you got to do is get some dirt and a box or a pot or whatever, and put some seeds in it and grow some stuff in your house. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have nothing outside. And the thing is, when you're doing that, you're contributing to the environment. You know, we got global warming, we got all kind of negativity going on. You look in Africa, all the desert land. You look in America, all the desert land. A lot of that stuff used to be plush and green. And what happened is because the imperialists came to these countries and just took everything, destroyed everything, not understanding y'all are going against nature. You're not in alignment with nature. But we can get back in alignment with nature, because something like the grass that's growing, what happens is that the sun brings energy to the grass. You know, And carbon dioxide is something that is really beneficial. Carbon is really beneficial to life. Every living being has carbon, everyone. And so we need carbon. And so even though we produce carbon dioxide, we breathe it out. And as y'all already know, our carbon dioxide is absorbed by the trees and the plants and that kind of thing. And I found out by watching this documentary the other day that what happens is that when it rains, it brings carbon down into the plants and the trees and that kind of thing. And then the trees absorb that carbon, and then it makes a gas, a carbon dioxide gas that's in the roots of the plants. And then when those roots die, the carbon dioxide is released and it goes back up into the atmosphere. Then when it rains, the carbon dioxide comes back down and there's a cycle. And so anytime we plant something, we're allowing the carbon dioxide from our planting to go back up into the atmosphere, and when it rains, it comes back down. So if you're in your house growing some plants, you're contributing to the well-being of the planet. You're allowing the planet to circulate this carbon dioxide, which is essential for life itself. And what has happened is, y'all know, the gases that are being trapped because of the carbon that's going into the air and not able to escape and get back into the clouds and that kind of thing. Planting stuff would allow that to happen because the plants can absorb that and be able to circulate it once again. It's kind of scientific, and I might not be explaining it really well, but y'all can look it up, check it out, and take my word that growing plants is going to help the universe for real. And so, as I said, this is the House of Redemption. I'm trying to redeem myself from all the negativity that's in my mind, the negative thoughts I have, the negative things that I do, and try to do positive things. And what I can suggest to you is that you attempt to do the same thing. And as I said earlier, you ain't got to build a greenhouse. You can do things like call somebody and make them smile. You can go to bed at night, every night, and say, what did I do today that made somebody smile, or that made somebody happy, or that made me smile, or that contributed to the well-being of the planet? Little simple things. Hey, stranger, how you doing? And I say this over and over again. Let's start loving each other. Let's redeem ourselves from this negativity, do positive things in our lives on a daily basis, and the world, I guarantee you, will be a better place as a result. So, again, I just love what has happened and the life that I'm living, because it's devoted to all of us, and if you look in there, Dakota went in there once again. That's life, y'all. That's life. And as you can see, the condensation is falling, so it's like it's raining. It's like a rainforest in there, and it's a lot, y'all, for me. I'm I'm real excited, and I'm sharing this with y'all, and I'm just talking. It seems random talk, but it is very meaningful for me, and I hope you catching my drift. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some positive stuff, y'all. Let's talk to each other. Let's love on each other. Let's do the things that we are capable of doing to the best of our ability, and everything will get better. I thank y'all for listening, and as always in parting, I holla.